Well, the first decision was to, as soon as he became mayor, to really focus on public safety. Hiring an extraordinary police chief and really getting the police department much closer to the community. And with that has come a significant drop in the murder rate, in crimes of all form. And for us, that was essential. We could not have gone out and said to people, come and be students at Virginia Commonwealth University without public safety. So what the mayor did very courageously and emphatically from day one, focusing on public safety, has turned out to be the most important ingredient in our ability to grow, because people believe that our campuses are safe.
Before 2005, Richmond was known as the murder capital, USA, with a per capita murder rate which placed it in the top 5, the most dangerous cities in the United States. Police enforcement efforts were not what they should be. Many citizens were afraid to step forward with information to help the police. The police department was saddled with a number of vacancies that were difficult to fill. Police didn't want to work in Richmond. That's how bad it was. And far too many crimes were unsolved and the perpetrators unpunished. But in the 3 years since we came here, we've seen a remarkable turnaround from what the city used to be.
The differences I've noticed with having the police more visible in our neighborhood has been a definite cutback in the amount of just petty crime and vagrancy that we've noticed around the neighborhood.
When it's necessary, the police respond. The response time on the boulevard is incredible. And when somebody is pulled over or stopped, it's no longer just one police officer. You know, many times you'll see 3 and 4 police cars.
We have many officers that live on our block that are part of the workforce housing program, and they're the ones that bring the cars home in the evening. So there's always a police presence visible at almost all time of day. So it's definitely been a huge improvement.
We know that we're being taken care of. We know that they're committed. We know that they're concerned. And because we know that they're concerned and they're committed, we're committed to work with them.
We initiated community sector policing that has greatly increased our police officers' accountability in patrolling our neighborhoods and getting to know the citizens who live there. As a result, sector policing is helping to establish a much closer bond with our citizens.
We've got somebody who we can turn to and say, we're having an issue on this block, or what's speeding on this block, and we can see a difference in the next day or so, because the sector lieutenant has the ability to get officers into the neighborhood and respond to our complaints or requests very quickly.
We wanted to lay a foundation where each resident had the ability to go directly to someone to hold them accountable for crime, quality of life issues within their community. So we developed the 12 sectors, and with that we started to decentralize operations, moving people out of individual silos back into the community. Each precinct had their own detective office, had their own ability to address drugs and other crime problems without having to call a specialized unit to come into their precinct. So with that, we were able to lay a foundation where citizens had greater accountability of their police.
There's a renewed spirit within the police department itself. People are fully staffed. We have no vacancies in Richmond's police department. You can't remember when that was the case. We increased the starting salaries of our police officers to bring them in line with neighboring localities. Oh, we used to have the police come, stay here 5 years, be trained, and the counties would take them. And we'd have to start that process over again. Now county people are trying to come to live in Richmond. We created a police cadet academy. Our police cadet himself is our chief. He graduated from an academy in Washington, D.C. and entered into the police department right away. That's his brainchild.
The cadet program allows us to bring in young people, people that are familiar with a variety of communities within the city, that have a desire to become law enforcement officers, educating them, making them available throughout the department in various assignments. So when they do reach the age of 21 to become sworn police officers, now rather than having to go out and recruit people to fill these vacancies, we'll have them already in-house.
At the end of 2007, the city of Richmond's clearance rate, that's an arrest rate, stood at 82%. You commit a crime here in the city of Richmond, 82% of the time you are going to get caught. Let's put it into proper context. Our 82% is far greater than the nationwide clearance rate of only 61%. That's nationwide. And so we owe our tremendous gratitude to our citizens because their confidence in the police and their cooperation in providing information to help the police has led to a 22% overall reduction in crime. And as a result of all of this, Richmond is currently experiencing its lowest crime rate in 26 years.
The Brooklyn Park Boulevard area had the reputation, and well-deserved, for being the area having the worst in real and perceived crime. How that's changed is 180 degrees, drastic change, as a result of our relationship with the police department and the commitment from the mayor's office and the chief.
In addition to all of the citizens who've come forward with information to help us help and catch and to prosecute, the rest of us who live, work, or visit the city owe our peace of mind to our chief, Rodney Monroe.
He's out there. He's out there when you might be asleep, and he's out there in the streets. And that's what I love about him. And he'll walk in the community and talk to the people and get to know them. They get to know him. He shakes their hand. He hugs the kids. He is a blessing to the city of Richmond.
There's not a day that goes by, almost a moment, that I don't thank God that I literally stole him from Macon, Georgia, and asked him to come here. Now we need to make sure that he stays here.